Hi guys, I just came in from outside and my honey said you should record this, so I thought I would. So this is our last garlic plant. I pulled out the rest of the garlic. It looks dirty, but it is dirty. And once I clean it off, you'll see it's beautiful. But at the end of this garlic, there was this thing, it's called a scape, and it kind of grows off the stem. The stem is right now, it died back, so it's not green anymore, it's brown. But it started growing this little scape. This is an actual like garlic in there, if you can see it. Once it comes, there it is, comes into focus. It said once it started to open up, then it's ready to plant.
Would they be known as garlic seeds?
I'm not quite sure, but I don't think you're supposed to plant them separately. I think you're supposed to plant them, the whole thing. I'm going to look that up. If any of you guys know, let me know. But isn't that nice? They look like little tiny garlic cloves inside there.
And it took 2 years to get to that stage.
Yep.
Went it over.
It did.
It survived.
Okay, so I just looked it up out of curiosity and wanting to know what to do. And the question my husband asked was, how do you plant these? So basically what I read was that you hang this scape upside down in a dry, cool place until you're ready to plant, which would be in the fall before, cold, damaged weather comes. Each bulb, these are called bulbils, Bulbils. Each one can contain up to 100 of these little teeny tiny bulbils. So each one will end up being a garlic clove. You see? You can actually eat them too. What I read was you can saute them if you want. If you don't want to replant and you want to just use them to eat, you can also do that because they have the garlic flavor. But if we're going to plant them next year, or this fall. But each one could contain up to 100 of these little guys, and that would be your garlic for next year. Or not next year, I'm sorry. It's 2 years. It's to the full maturity. So, in from now, 2 years from now, we could harvest it. You could harvest it in a year, but it might be small. So, anyways, that is what I'm learning here about garlic and garlic scapes. And these grow right off of your garlic. Now, the other garlic I had did not grow a scape, but this one did. So, yay for us. We're lucky enough to get this, fortunate. This is that purple garlic. And so, you're not supposed to wash your garlic before you cure it. Of course, if you have enough of them, you can cure them. But what I did was the opposite. So I did rinse my garlic off, so you can see here. And what I'll do is I'll break these open and I just let them dry out a little bit because we eat garlic so much. Here's one I washed. It'll need washing one more time to get this dark off. But it just kind of rubs off. And we don't use any chemicals or pesticides on our fruit and vegetables. And I'll tell you, these garlics have been so tasty. They're delicious.
And very strong.
But normally what you do if you have a big bunch of them is you leave these dry and you leave the roots on them and you can hang them, in a cool, dry place until they cure. And then once they cure, they get, the outside will get very hard. Then you would cut the roots off, and then you could proceed to go ahead and eat them. I just ain't letting this cure because it's too good, and we eat them too fast. And you don't have to let them cure, from what I understand. We've already eaten, how many did we pull? I think 4 already.
Incredibly strong, not just fresh and tasty, but the strongest garlic I've ever tasted.
Yeah.
Even organic ones in the store.
Right, so what I did was when I planted these, I took one of these cloves, out of the actual actual grocery store garlic. It was purple garlic. You can see the skin sort of purple. And I planted, I guess, maybe 8 of these, you know, in a row, a few inches apart. And they were there for, was it 2 years? Or
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
And they wintered over with below zero with no protection. It was amazing.
Yeah, no protection. We just let them just do their thing. And we did. We got a beautiful bunch of garlic. But now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and do this the right way and let this cure. And then we're going to go ahead and plant this right before the winter comes. And we should have lots of garlic in a couple of years. So is there any closing things you want to say, honey?
Question. How
Sure.
many would that, is that considered a seed? If so,
So it's
where
called,
was the flower? Do they flower?
no, they don't flower.
But that's not a seed, or?
No, these are called bulbils. Bulbils. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Wow.
And like I said in the video, each one of these, it will end up being a garlic clove.
Each dot there?
Each little dot. And there's,
It's like a
they
seed.
say there's about 100, 200 sometimes in
wow.
one of these little
I
things.
never heard of that. No,
You can eat these if you don't want to replant.
no way.
You can crush them up, cook with them, whatever.
Wow.
And they have a hint of garlic taste. But to get your garlic cloves, you just take, you know, these will be like seeds, and you take them off once they've matured, once they've hung, and it's ready. I mean, you know what I mean? It's ready. I could, but it says to hang it. And then,
How long is
those
it?
will be like your seed. Yes.
Do they have to cure before you use them to plant any, or could they be put in the ground right now?
No, they did say to cure them upside down for a couple weeks.
Sure, probably do that and use the bulb that will just eat. It's
Yeah.
really interesting, and I never knew that, and I'm gardening for years before we even met. Yeah, but always anybody who thinks there's nothing more to learn isn't intelligent.
Yeah. All right, guys. So hopefully this little video is interesting to you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love yourself and others.
And hit the bell for more.
Bye-bye.
Bye.